Welcome back, Time-Crunched fans. I'm your host, Coach Adam Pulford. The Time-Crunched Cyclists podcast is all about giving you actionable training information that you can apply to your own training. And we do it in a really concise way, or at least we try. We also have lots of audience questions throughout the month, and that's exactly what we're going to do on today's show. As many of our listeners already know, you can submit a question to us at CTS by going to trainright.com/podcast and click on the Ask a Training question, where we'll answer it on a future episode. All right, let's see what we got for today. Outside of sleep, hydration, and nutrition, what are your hierarchy of recovery modalities? Example, compression, sauna, cold plunge, foam rolling, yoga, etc. Okay, short answer, sleep, hydration, nutrition, those are all my recovery hacks. Honestly, sleep is king. Focus on that first. If you get super depleted in your hydration and nutrition, you really compromise recovery. That's harder on your body. People don't need to freak out if they have a bad day of eating, but straight up, if you get really depleted in those ways, it's going to be hard to recover. So don't lose focus on the basics here, folks. So if you want to get into some of the recovery toys, honestly, I find it's more about recovery timing and overall habits. So if you have a hard workout, what I mean by that, if you have a hard workout, hit your recovery window with food, but also try to relax. I say chill out. This means that, say, the hour after your hard workout, it's ideal to be lazy if you can. Eat, drink, shower, chill. And if you can set up your day, say if you have a remote-based work, or maybe you have a 2-hour time period where you can get the workout in, maybe you train for 30 minutes so that you can plan on not rushing to your next thing. Because that's where I find that the stress really starts to tip the scales, is when people just try to maximize every minute of their training session, and then they try to get on with life and work and go pick up the kids and all this kind of stuff. And they're just on kind of nonstop, just time trialing all day, trying to maximize every single minute. That can be a really battery draining aspect of recovery right there. So if you can arrange things so that you can get in high quality training, and then even take 20 minutes to put the legs up, and you can still answer a few emails and stuff like that, but just let your body unwind, even for 20 minutes. That's gold. That is gold. For busy people as well, or maybe if you don't work from home and you don't have easy access to kitchen and stuff like this, try to cook ahead of time. Buy food that's healthy and fast so that you don't have to eat whatever's laying around, or you don't not eat, to use a double negative. Meaning you get back from your workout, right? You're going to charge that next meeting because you didn't listen to me. Well, the next greatest thing is to have food so that it nourishes you in recovery. A lot of people may not have that food item around. So then you just go into that depletion mode. And it's not to say that if you miss your recovery window after a hard workout, you will never replete glycogen in your muscle again. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that is the best approach to do it. And if you're going to go out and buy a Theragun because that's going to change your life, look at your timing. Okay. Look at your timing of recovery, of your food, of your relaxation, and that's going to be way better. Finally, this kind of sounds strange, but I find myself adding less things in and taking more things to do away from my athletes to recover. What I mean by that is, I think in my early years as a coach, I'd often recommend more recovery toys and things, and let's go do this. In my practice, I'm finding it more and more just to be noisy stuff. And so I focus on sleep, consistent bedtimes, consistent wake times, and consistent total sleep. 7 to 9 hours for athletes gets the thumbs up. That's the gold standard right now. I mean, every sleep research, every kind of athlete focused sleep article that I read, And what I practice is that 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. And that can come 7 hours of sleep at night and then maybe like an hour nap or something like that. If you can get it in, that's great. And I don't recommend any sauna or cold plunge, infrared, anything to athletes. Sauna, that's heat stress. Okay. So it's not recovery. It's actually stress. Okay. It moves differently. It's affected differently in the body, but you're not recovering when you're in the sauna. Cold plunge, I think that's been thrown on its head a couple times over now, where it actually can blunt recovery of proteins and muscles in your body. It's really not that effective. Now, there's some other stuff that could be beneficial just in the way of mood and things, but from a recovery standpoint and even like what's beneficial about what we're talking about here, it doesn't work. Yoga. I think yoga is great, but it's still training. It's not recovery. It's an easy day of training. Okay. So if you need to move your body, you need to sweat on an easy day, I think that's a great way to do it, as opposed to, going out to where the group ride is and pretending like you're not going to join, and then you join and then things don't go right. You're not going easy, right? And so I think when it comes to all these recovery modalities, less is definitely more. Compression and massage, for example. Yeah, I love it. Athletes love it. It feels good, right, to get a massage. But is it worth it relative to the stress to get to the appointment, relative to the cost associated with it? Now, if you have the time and you have the money to get massage on a regular basis, yeah, that's great. You just get to lay on the bed, get a massage, and there's some other benefits that go on there, including just circulation of your blood and relaxation of the muscles. That's awesome. But again, of all the stuff that I've come across in the way of research and performance-based stuff in practice and in the lab, somebody who gets the massage versus somebody who doesn't, when they go max effort, that doesn't change. Compression boots, sure, but I think the beauty of compression boots, like I've talked about on this podcast, is it makes you still. It makes you do less, and it feels good. So if you want to feel good and do less, compression boots. So passive recovery is the best recovery. I wouldn't add in much more than that. So in summary to your questions, Todd, the best recovery practices, it's really good sleep, chilling out after hard days, and keeping yourself in balance and not getting overly depleted throughout the week on any given day, and just be good to yourself. And that's really going to expedite your recovery process. So I hope that helps. Thanks everyone for listening, and don't forget to submit a question so I can help answer it here.